Hi, I'm Chrissy Rogers, and I'd like to tell you about the most amazing person that I know. I met Brody when he was 26 days old. His biological mother had abandoned him while he laid in an incubator fighting for his life. During her pregnancy, she had decided not to get prenatal care. Unfortunately, her blood type was incompatible with his, and it wasn't long before her body was fighting to destroy the fetus growing inside of her. By the time that Brody was born, at 32 weeks gestation, he was barely alive. He was immediately put on a ventilator and given the first of numerous blood transfusions. Once his biological mother was released from the hospital, she promptly moved to another state, and she never looked back. The first time I saw Brody, I had just come from an attorney's office where I had signed papers to adopt him. He was severely jaundiced, still on the ventilator, extremely swollen, and had so many wires and tubes hooked up to him I couldn't tell what machines they went to. He had laid in a bed for 26 days with no one there to offer comfort or love. But he was still fighting. His will was very strong. He was in a NICU in Mississippi, and they had a policy against adoptive parents. So when I left him that day, I didn't see him again for 42 days. During that time, he developed a staph infection in his breathing tube. He got pneumonia, an intestinal infection, and was due to have surgery to place a feeding tube in his stomach. Then the court order was signed by a judge that gave Brody a family. He was transferred to another hospital and slowly began to heal. No one knew what long-lasting effects Brody's traumatic birth would have on him. As we began to find out, it wasn't shocking, but only disappointing to think that there would be more that he would have to endure. But Brody soon taught us all that these were merely challenges that he would overcome in his own time. He has an amazing spirit and such determination. Regardless of muscle weakness, he learned to crawl and to walk. Regardless of a hearing impairment, he learned to understand words and to follow instructions. He's quickly learning sign language, and I have no doubt that someday he will learn to talk. He is intelligent, brave, and fearless. He brings joy to every life he touches. He has never let his medical condition limit him, and every obstacle has only been something that he will learn to get around. He has taught me that regardless of the odds stacked against you, you can still overcome anything if your will is strong enough. Every day as I watch him learn new things and his body grow stronger, I think back to that first day that I saw him and how I didn't know if we would ever get this far. But after knowing him for 2 years, there are no more doubts. His future has no boundaries. Thank you for allowing me to tell you a little bit about Brody. Thank you.